you doing? My name is Herman. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a turntable, put a car on it, take it off, the easy, the right way, the accurate way. Start off with the center hub. Once you got your placement of where you want your turntable to be, put some marks down, spike it. The center hub is about 7 foot in diameter. Once you got that placed in position, we got a center deck that goes on top of it. The wood deck, 7 foot diameter as well. Put it right on top. We got X braces that connect to some wing nuts that we have there. The bolts are threaded studs coming out of the center hub on the outer perimeter. You'll see 2, and they'll be all marked in blue. You end up removing the thumb bolt, putting an X brace down, which is our blue X brace, our long blue X brace. We set that down and start building from there. We have some tracks that would come around the perimeter. That's our landing point for our other decks. It's got wheels in it. They're water jet pieces. They all tongue and groove each other. They got a 3/8 bolt that locks them together, 3/8 by 1 inch long. Requires a 9/16 wrench and ratchet. It's 8 pieces. You put it together, it'll self-align with the X brace, and everything's basically marked for you. Once you got the track down, if you have your power cables already in place, it'd be nice to run that through the center of the hub so you're not having to do it at the very end. The male and a female end, so it just pops right in, and then it bows down with the 3/8
puzzle piece of each track.
These are all universal, so there's no specific way. And then we mark each place where the brace goes. So you place your decks down. 4 guys is pretty much what it requires to do this. It requires 8 of these decks to make a 23-foot round. You're locking every deck as you place it. It requires a coffin lock key. Land it on the lip of the deck. There's a lip on the outer perimeter of the 7-foot hub, and lands on the wheel. Be careful with your fingers, you could get pinched. Try not to spin the decks. They may fall since you don't have a complete circle. Just take precaution, and now it's just like a pie. Once you get to your last piece, you typically lift up your piece and the last piece would wedge in there. Once all that is done, you got your turntable. Once you got that all set up, you locate your motor. And the motor goes in the same placement as one of your X braces. You remove the wing nuts, and that motor is pretty heavy, requires about 4 guys to do it. And you lift up your X brace and place your motor underneath your brace. Use the brace to kind of lock the motor in place. Tighten the nuts back on, and the chain is placed on the outer perimeter of the turntable. Use a few clamps to kind of keep it from falling. Once you get it going, go around the whole turntable, and it'll feed into the sprockets on our motor. Our motor has an adjustment. You can turn that adjustment and loosen it up so you can get the chain real easy in there. Once it's on, there's a master link. Usually the best place to put it is right there near the sprockets. Once you got all the chain in there and wrapped in there, you put that master link on, you clip it on, and there it is. You just tension up the chain with the tensioner. For this demonstration, we're gonna put a car on there. So we provided a custom deck that's for a 23-foot surround. It's a square deck and it's curved on one end, custom for that diameter size. We provided that, we put some pipe lays, we clamped it, we put some ramps that we also did. Our ramps are attached to our decks through the side of our extrusion. Our extrusion has a slot on the side with a couple of holes for axis of the boat to go through. We use a 3/8 boat, grade 8, about 1.25 inches long. We pre-measure the car distance, the wheels, so we know where to place the ramps. You put it into the track. There's 2 bolts per ramp, so 4 bolts will be needed. You need a 9/16 ratchet. Once you put the ramp in, you provide a hex nut. You put it on, tighten it up, and measure your distance. Once you got your ramps placed, you drive your car on there. There's actually a center leg on the ramps to keep it from deflecting, which you should use every time you use our ramps. These are our typical turntable remote. So once everything's hooked up, you got power to your box. You're gonna make this connection here. It's like a Socopex connection. Once it's hooked up, this is our functions of our control. You got a clockwise up, counterclockwise coming down. But before you connect this control, you wanna make sure it's down to 0 all the way. The E-stop is pressed in. This is the E-stop button, emergency. And the speed dial is all the way down. This is on the neutral position, this is center. Then you just decide which way your turntable wants to spin. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Accurate Staging. I'm sure we'll be able to help you.